Hey, so today I want to talk about something a bit different, and as the title implies, I'm gonna pretty much call it Who Am I? And it's not me necessarily having an existential crisis of like, oh god, who am I? Or me just straight up saying my name, address, where I'm from. Like, no, it's not, it's not gonna be like that. But, of course, I have shit in my throat, why wouldn't I? But this is more of me just wanting to talk about who I am, as in maybe not exactly who I am. So I guess the title's not really good, but like more just I guess like my life. And it's not really something that a lot of people want to hear about. No one really cares about people's lives. No one wants to hear like their life story. You just want to watch someone be stupid on the internet. You remember back in like YouTube, old YouTubers used to do that draw my life thing. They would like literally every top YouTuber did it, where they would do a draw my life. I don't know. The only reason I want to like talk about my life is just because I don't know. It doesn't matter if anyone sees it. It's more of just me getting my entire life off my chest for the sake of, I guess, myself. Because I don't really get to just like talk about my life at all. So it just feels nice to just like get it off my chest and be like, okay, good, and got that. Because I did make a video on why I make videos, and I did kind of touch on my life a lot, but I want to like fully go over it. It's not really going to be like a funny story or like a story where people are like, oh, that's interesting. It's going to be very generic and kind of just shit. But well, I guess we should just start when I was born. Great start. Um, well, my dad didn't want me, so I guess that's that's a good way to start. My dad was like a fucking like 40-year-old man who knocked up an underage girl, and now I'm here. So, yippee. That's a good way to be born. It's really not. And I was mostly raised by my grandparents because my mom had to work a lot because she was a single parent and still lived with her parents. And so she was constantly working. So I was mostly raised by my grandparents. And their way of raising was not raising me as much as it was putting a book in front of me and telling me to read it, even though I was literally a baby and they would not stop until I read it. So my entire like tiny babyhood was being forced to learn how to read at a young age of where I couldn't even comprehend words. Which is why by second grade, I was reading Moby Dick. I literally brought Moby Dick to school in second grade. Everyone else is like playing games and having fun, and I'm reading a fucking book because that's what I had and that's what I was raised into. But anyway, eventually we moved out, and my mom started dating this girl that she worked with, some big burly gorilla like woman. And the only reason I'm saying that because people can be like, oh, well, that's mean to call her that. I don't give a shit what I call her because I'm about to get into why she doesn't deserve the respect to be called anything nice. But this person, I don't, like, I'm going to be honest, I don't remember when she came into our life, but I know when she left because that was a happy day for me. But I was too young to remember exactly when, so I'm going to say about 5 or 6. I'm going to say 5 is when well, I was 5 years old when she came in. And yeah, that's when the fun part of my life began. And by fun, I mean painful. And that's when I was abused every day until I was 14. Yeah, so that was fun. Literally every day, by the way. Just, I want to preface that literally every fucking day almost. Except for like some Saturdays. But pretty much every day. She was a bad person. And she didn't like me. I don't know why. For some reason, she loved my mom, but God, she fucking hated me, and she wanted to make sure that I knew. So, it was fun having your head slammed off doors, getting punched in the gut, being touched inappropriately, all that stuff. Really fun. Anyway. So, she always wanted to get rid of me, and she would try to, like, convince my mom to send me to military school, or she would just try to get my mom to find some way to kick me out in some capacity. She really hated me and she wanted me gone. And that was a lot of fun. And she tortured me every day because I think she either wanted me to just end my own life or run away. And if that wasn't bad enough, I got bullied at school a lot. And I could spin 1,000 stories where I could say why I got bullied, and I could like play it up like I was like oh, it wasn't my fault, I was bullied. But the reality is I don't know why I was bullied. I genuinely don't. Because I rarely interacted with people and I don't know why I was bullied. I don't. So I might have done something. I might not have. I don't know. But at the end of the day, why was I bullied? I don't know. And I may never know. But I was. And if I had to guess, I don't know, maybe it's because I looked like the stereotypical nerd. I was a scrawny, pale guy with glasses. So I was like the easy target. Maybe that's what it was. Or maybe I did something. I don't know. Again, with the whole bullying thing, I don't know what I did. Like, I might have just been bullied because I looked like a stereotypical nerd. I could have been bullied because I did something and I never knew what I did. Like, I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So life was fun. From like 5 years old to 14 years old, I wake up, went to school, got bullied, got beaten, got thrown into lockers, fucking, well, not like into a locker like the stereotypical thing, like more like thrown headfirst into like a steel locker, not like locked in a locker type thing. Anyway, I'd get bullied at school, then I'd come home, get beaten, go to sleep crying, wake up, go to school, get beaten at school, go home, get beaten at home, go to sleep, wake up, go to school, get beaten at school. It just repeats. That was pretty much my every day from 5 to 14 was just wake up, get hurt, go home, get hurt, go to sleep, wake up, get hurt. That was my life. That was my routine. And on Saturdays, I would go to my grandma's house because it was an escape. And they had a computer, and I would just go there. I'd watch YouTube videos. I'd play games on Newgrounds. I used to do all that kind of stuff. It was a lot of fun. I remember I watched PewDiePie back when his channel started, like literally started. And I watched a lot of YouTubers when their channels started, like started, like Markiplier, PewDiePie, like those are like the top two that I watched when their channels literally started. But I also used to play games on Newgrounds. I loved being on Newgrounds. And going to my grandma's house was a safe haven for me because she babied me, which I didn't like being babied. I don't like being babied at all. But I took that over just being hurt every 10 seconds. So it was nice to get to eat food that was good and have people like not, call you a piece of shit and then punch you in the face. It was nice. And about by 12 years old, I gave up on life. I completely quit. I was beaten down so much that I gave up. I said, I'm not going to have dreams. I'm not going to make friends. I'm not going to try to date anyone. I'm just done. Like, by the time I was 12, I said, I quit. I quit life. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to try. I'm just going to wait to die. Because I don't have the guts to, like, fucking end it myself. I've talked about, like, the whole when your time runs out thing, how I said that you want a part of you to die, but you don't want to die. Like, I don't want to die, okay? I'm going to die someday, but I don't want to die now. But I gave up on life. Like, I wanted life itself to just take me, I just wanted to sit in my room and rot until I was dead. And that's what I wanted to do. So, that was my life for until 14 when she finally left. And, I thought it would be a happier day. But it wasn't. Because I got blamed for her leaving, and I was already just so dead inside. Like, it felt like it should have been a moment where I jumped up and just like was like, yes, the demon is gone, but I realized I'm still gonna get beat at school, and my mental state was completely fucking gone. Like, I hated myself, I hated being alive, I hated everything, and I was just kind of like, nah, I quit. I don't care. And that was pretty much just my whole life. For my entire teenagehood, I didn't try to make friends. I didn't try anything. I sat quietly. I went home. I sat in my room. I didn't leave my room. I stared blankly at a TV, played video games mindlessly, and then I'd cry myself to sleep. And then I'd wake up, repeat the cycle, and it just never fucking ended. But The one positive thing that I've talked about in a video that when I was younger was that when I used to go to my grandma's, I would always bring like Mortal Kombat 9, and it was a lot of fun. And my cousin, who's the cousin that I talk about a lot, who's the one I'm close to, would come around and he loved to play Mortal Kombat 9 with me. We'd play like the Tag Tower a lot. And I pretty much like taught him how to play some fighting games like that and Smash Bros and all that. And we used to hang out all the time. We used to play the game a lot. And pretty much anytime, like I would, when I was younger, anytime like he was like, oh, I'm going to come over to grandma's this Saturday too, I would get like excited because I'd be like, finally, I get to hang out with someone. I get to actually have fun for once. And that was it. And time moves, everyone grows up. And my teenagehood just fucking felt like it never existed. It felt like I never got to be a child or a teenager. I didn't get to go to parties. I didn't get to like, ask a girl out all nervous in the hallway and either get rejected or they're like, yeah, sure. Like, no, I didn't get to have like the usual teenagehood of getting invited to parties or doing fun thing. I didn't get to play with toys and make friends as a kid. I did not have a childhood. I did not have a teenagehood. I rotted for my entire life. And I don't like to, one of the things I hate when I talk about my life is nowhere near as bad as most people's, and I know that. Like, I'm not gonna pretend like my life is like, oh, my life is so hard and horrible. It's not. I know there's people have worse lives than me. But at the same time, you can't discredit people's pain and their problems in life just because there's people who have it worse than them. Because that defeats the purpose, because everyone has problems. But whatever. And I got older, and I eventually graduated, and I'm pretty sure I did not graduate realistically. I'm pretty sure my school actually made me graduate, as in they didn't want me for another year, so they gave me good grades solely to get me out. Because I had like F's in all classes, and then suddenly they're just like, oh yeah, you have like B's now, so like go on. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, I don't. There's no way I could not go from an F to a B. That's not humanly possible. But they just were like, yeah, you did. Just go on. Like, I'm pretty sure I did not graduate. I'm pretty sure they just wanted me gone. Because I was so fucking stupid that they were just like, God, we cannot teach this fucking moron for one more second. But yeah, I graduated. I definitely didn't. And when I was younger, I used to have to see a therapist a lot, and I had to take medication for depression and anxiety and all that, and ADHD, but I don't think I took medicine for that. I think that one was just kind of like something I had to deal with. And medicine didn't work, and therapy super didn't work. The therapists like fucking hated me, and one of them literally kicked me out when I didn't even do anything. All I said, they were just like, how are you feeling? I was like, I don't know. And then they just kept like getting progressively mad when I didn't know what to say, and they kicked me out. And medicine literally did nothing. But then, eventually I hit adulthood, and I thought, this is where I'm finally gonna do something. I'm gonna get a job, I'm gonna live my life, I'm gonna be an adult, And I never did. I locked myself away, and I just realized that I don't know what I'm doing. And I kind of just got scared of everything, of life, of people, of just everything, making money, jobs, other people, trying to just talk to others. And I just couldn't do it. And I folded, I locked myself away, and this time there's no one to blame. There's no fingers to be pointed at. There's no abuser. There's no bullies. This time, this time this was mine. This time this was my fault. The wasting of my adulthood and throwing away of my life, that one is on me. And I will never take my pain and pretend like it was someone else's fault, because when I was younger it was someone else's fault, but now that I'm an adult, I have no one to blame but myself. And I take responsibility. I understand what I've done, and I understand that I have thrown my whole life away. But hey, I guess that's my story, huh? Wasn't a fun one. I said it wasn't going to be fun for anyone who actually watched this long. I said it wouldn't be fun. I threw my life away, and I have nothing left to look forward to. Which I guess is why I'm starting making videos. because I had fun. And it's the first time I've had fun. And that's it. I just want to enjoy things before I die. Because I don't know when I'll die. So I just want to have fun. And these videos are fun. And when they stop being fun, who the fuck knows? Maybe I'll make a different type of video. Maybe I'll stop altogether. Who knows? I probably won't stop because I'm having way too much fun making videos, so I'll probably keep doing it. But yeah, that's my life. It wasn't a fun story. It wasn't funny. It's kind of just shitty. And at the end of the day, hey, what happened happened. You can't change it. You can look back on it and be like, that was horrible, but at the end of the day, you can't change it, and there's no point in living with it because the way I live today has nothing to do with how my past was, as much as it is just me. Just who I am and how my mind is. It's all how I live now is my fault. 100% my fault. But the things of my past was not. But right here, right now, everything I'm doing is my fault. When I make a video, it's my fault. When I fuck up, it's my fault. If I don't do something or I don't take action in my life, it's my fault. And I understand that. And I'll never pretend like it isn't. But yeah, anyway, that's my life, I think. I don't know. Unless I forgot something. Not a lot of positives. Yeah, whatever, man. It's, whatever. Anyway, sorry. This is a really depressing video, but sometimes I just want to get it off my chest. Just get my life off my chest because it feels like I don't get to talk about it. Like I just want to talk about it and move it because sometimes it feels like it's just in my mind and I'm just like I just want what my life was to be known to an extent and just out there and I can just move on. Like I don't have to care about it anymore. I just want to say it and forget about it, right? I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. The point is, I'm dumb. Anyway, yeah, tell me your life stories in the comments below. Okay, no, sorry. I wanted to do a fucking mocking the weird hyperactive interactive YouTubers who if you like this video, smash like and smash my balls. I wanted to do that, but I don't know. I don't know. People can tell me their life story if they're born in a fucking manger and they're the son of God or something. I don't fucking know. Hey, Jesus, please comment. I have brain damage. Anyway, yeah, that's my story. Yeah, nothing. I don't really know anymore. Yeah, whatever.